Yo, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it do, or what it the Cowboys don't is really what it is. What if the Cowboys don't? Um, because it sounds like Mike Zimmer is the latest person, according to rumors, to say that he is out on wanting to be a coach's cowboy, or coach's cowboy, Cowboys coach. Reportedly, we're also hearing from the same source that maybe Kellen Moore actually declined the job. So, are the Cowboys going to find a coach? Will we be stuck with Brian Schottenheimer? Oh, Shotty, which I've been poo pooing on him. I'm going to say it. I've been poo pooing on Shotty. And it ain't that Shotty wouldn't be a good coach. I'm not saying that because I really don't know if he would be a good coach or not. What up, Birds? What up, Wicked? I'm really 2 dubs away from you singing the Eagles fight song. Hey, I mean, when y'all lose to the Commanders and the Redskins, I got the burgundy on already. Ain't that the sign that y'all are gonna lose to Wicked? Mike McCarthy's not returning. Most likely it's gonna be Brian Schottenheimer. The Cowboys don't want Mike McCarthy back. They tried to get him to quit, and that's kind of what they did. He wanted a 4 or 5 year deal. We were only going to offer him 1 or 2. And then not only that, they were only offering him like a $500,000 raise. So he would have went from being like the third least paid coach in the NFL to staying the least paid coach in the NFL. What up, Carnage? What up, Joel? What's good with you? What's good with you? Man, we're just talking a little bit about the Cowboys coaching candidacy and what's going on there. It may get into some other stuff as well, but that's where it's going to start. What up, Poco? What's good with you? Hey, you ain't been feeling so well, man, but hopefully you get to feeling better, brother. What up, Billy? What up, Joel? What's your question, Joel? If we lose to the Redskins, I ain't gonna be here the rest of the stream. Birds. Oh, birds. Oh, birds. Hey, y'all are in a way better position than I'm in, and I'm still here. We're at the point where I'm literally waiting for the breaking news. Dallas Cowboys have just designated Jerry Jones as the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. That's the news I'm waiting for. Because at this point, we are running out of options. Pete Carroll sounds like he's going to be going to who? The Raiders? I think Pete Carroll's going to the Raiders. There were rumors about Pete Carroll. Kellen Moore reportedly declined the job. Deion Sanders reportedly is sticking with Colorado. I don't think Mike McCarthy's coming back. That's not really an option. Robert Saleh's going for a second interview where he was. Ben Johnson went to the Bears. Aaron Glenn went to the Jets. I mean, they're literally running out of options. Did you see? I can't say I did, brother. Can't say I did. What up, Ethan? You at work? You at work, brother? What's good? I'm sorry, I'm just coming in, and I know I'm late, but I just... Hey, you ain't late, man. I just started, Poco. I just started Pizzeria. Breaky, Jerry Jones, signing Cooper Rush, backup. You're a fool, Birds. I know y'all really want Cooper Rush over there. I know y'all really want him. But he ain't coming back to Cowboy land. What up, Rayan? What's good? What's good with you? Yeah, Pete Carroll to the Raiders. Yep. Like I said, the Cowboys are running out of coaches. They're going to end up with an empty seat as head coach. Their only option is either going to be Brian Schottenheimer or Jerry Jones at this point. Sky Shouter, what's good? Mike Blanchard, what's good? I'm not sure what you need help with, buddy. What up, Bo? What's good with your brother? Jacksonville has an interesting situation with Trent as GM. Go head coach here, GM. Yeah, man. I really wish that Jerry Jones could get out of his own way with our Cowboys. You telling me Pete was available and we got this right? We're gonna end up Puff. We're gonna end up with Brian Schottenheimer. I've been poo-pooing all over the thought of Brian Schottenheimer. Now, let me backpedal a second. I'm not saying that he's going to be a bad coach, but I am saying that it's a bad decision to put Brian Schottenheimer as the head coach. Could he be a good coach? Yes. Is there possibilities that it could work for the Cowboys? Yes. But what the problem is with it is that's going to be Jerry Jones continuing to dump his little fat chubby fingers into the team business. That's because Brian Schottenheimer, who nobody else wants as a coach on any other team, is going to become the head coach of the Cowboys so that Jerry Jones can do what he wants with the team. That's what this amounts to. It's so that he can bring in Jason Witten and have him at the back burner. So really what Brian Schottenheimer is he's getting a notch on his belt that says, I got to coach the Cowboys. Cool. But I'm really just a placeholder because in a couple of years they're going to dump me and they're going to sign Jason Witten as the head coach. And if that is the plan, which we're not certain that it is, but if that is the plan, just sign Jason Witten right now. Take our bumps, take our bruises. Let's just sign Jason Witten right now. Why hire a lame duck coach to be a placeholder for a couple of years when the guy who you want ain't ready yet, but you want him? So just go sign the damn man. Get some good veteran OC behind him. Get a good veteran DC behind him to help him so that the fall off ain't as bad as it could be. So that he can be helped to develop as a head coach. And then, after a couple years, maybe it'll start working. I see that it'll be a dumpster fire probably for a year or two, that our Cowboys aren't going to be anything for another year or two at this point, if this is the route they go. Brian Schottenheimer could do some good stuff, though. It was reported that he disagreed with a lot of the ways that McCarthy was running the plays and the types of plays. That anytime he wanted to add anything, McCarthy wouldn't let him. But he was always studying the new offenses. He wanted to steal some of the stuff from some of the new offenses. McCarthy ixnayed all of that. And it was garbage. What up, son of Sammy? What up, Jedi Mind Tricks? What up, Mr. Breast? What's good? What's good? Carnage, as always. Mike Blanchard, what's good? Queenan, what's good? Son of Sammy Davis, what's good? President Curtis, what's good? What's good with all y'all? Welcome all in, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button as you come in here. Show some love over here. But, man, what the Cowboys are doing is just asinine. The problem is they waited way too long to let McCarthy walk out the door. So what in return that did is that put them behind in the coaching search. Why we should have been at that point interviewing Ben Johnson, we should have been interviewing Aaron Glenn. Not saying we should have hired them, but we should have been interviewing them and actually getting a read for what types of things they would do. So that when we interviewed other coaches as well, Robert Saleh, Mike Frazier, or Leslie Frazier, my bad, Brian Schottenheimer, Kellen Moore, Pete Carroll, Rex Ryan, Vic Fangio, whoever, that when we would have an idea of the type of way we wanted to go ahead. But what happened was they kept Mike McCarthy in the building too long. They missed out on the interviews with Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson. As soon as they were out the playoffs, they got hired like the next day. And it's because the teams that did want them interviewed them before the playoffs even began. And it was just asinine. Good evening to you as well. Good evening. Make sure y'all tap that like button. And it's just asinine. It's just the way the Cowboys do business. And Jerry Jones will sit there and tell you he's the best at it. But God dang it, why are we always last? Why are we always trying to figure something out on the fly? Why is it that when it gets down to crunch time, we can't get it done? The Cowboys are going to end up with an empty seat and no coach to fill it. So they're going to end up signing Brian Schottenheimer, about guaranteed. I think that they'll probably announce it during this weekend, during the NFC Championship games, just to make it a broadcast news and get everybody's eyes watching it. What up, Doug Bryan? What's good? What's good with you? Best, what's good with you? Pete Carroll hasn't won a playoff. No, I mean, I wasn't in favor, Jedi. I wasn't in favor of wanting Pete Carroll. Um, he called the Cowboys just before it got news breaking that he was going to get the head coaching job as the Raiders. So, and rumors are that he actually wants to bring Brian Schottenheimer to the Raiders to be his offensive coordinator. So, if the Cowboys don't make some kind of decision at some point here soon, they could even lose out on Brian Schottenheimer at this point. What up, Eagles fan? I remember you. What up, Tino? What up, Roger? What's good, everybody? Doug, what it do? What it do? Welcome. Smash that like button as you come through. But yeah, man, it's just absolutely asinine, the process that Jerry Jones is going. And he'll sit back and tell you that ain't nobody can sign the checks and hire the coaches and sign the players any better than I can. I'm the best in the business. No, sir, you are not. At this point, you are the best owner. I'll give you that, Jerry, as an owner. But as a team manager and a GM, you are doo-doo. Doo-doo. And it's hilarious at this point. It is getting to the point where the misery has turned into being hilarious because your action, I don't understand how this man's actions, with the consequences that it has led to and the results that it's led to, haven't opened his eyes to the point that where he would want to make some change. Because I don't know what it's going to take to get this guy to do anything. It might be the grave. And I'm not wishing the grave on nobody, but damn it, I want my Cowboys to be a better team. And honestly, I'm scared for even when that happens because his son, Jerry Jones' son, Stephen Jones, scares me even more than Jerry. I don't know that there could be anybody worse in the league than Jerry at being a GM, but Stephen Jones is probably going to be worse than Jerry, which means it's just more mediocrity for the Cowboys. But because they can't admit to their wrongdoings. Instead, they want to go on radio shows and act like they're going to try to fire a radio show host because they don't want to be admitting to the things that they messed up. Stevie Jones finna cook up. Bird, you a fool, bro. What up, Mark? What it do? Barry Switzer. I mean, Barry Switzer's kind of old at this point, but I mean, we're going to be stuck with an empty seat at some point. Yeah, exactly. Barry Switzer definitely had Jimmy's team. Troy Aikman was the leading horse that won them that championship in '95. Barry Switzer was in the building, but on a retirement plan. What up, Caribou? Yeah, Stephen Jones is scared. Man, he's going to be worse than his dad. At least his dad will have rogue moments that, are good. I don't think Cap Boy, as we call him, we like to call him Cap Boy. Stephen Jones, no, I think he's going to be worse than his dad, and it's absolutely crazy. Yeah, of course it's Jerry's team. We know this, Carnage. But Troy Aikman was the leading force behind the '95 Super Bowl. Like, he was the one getting on the players and riding them until they did what was right because he was trying to replace Jimmy Johnson because Barry Switzer wasn't doing it. He was constantly on the sideline yelling at his OCs, his quarterback coach, talking about, I don't want to be these guys' babysitter. Why do I got to be the babysitter? Why can't the coach do the coaching job? Man, how many videos have you seen, Carnage, of Troy Aikman on the sideline doing that in that '95 season? That stuff. That's the kind of stuff. The reason why Troy Aikman left and retired, along with the injury, but retired the way when he did. What up, Mafia? What's good? White Rabbit, I guess. What up, Craig Warlow? What's good? I'm a Steelers fan, and I feel your pain. Rooney going bad in their ways too, man. Dude, I really feel like Jerry Jones is turning into the new day Al Davis. I think he's turning into Al Davis, where Al Davis got really, really bad at the end and started doing a bunch of stuff that was bad for the team and kind of ran the team into the ground. I feel like Jerry Jones is kind of inching his way into that space. Like, some of the things he does are highly questionable, but he stands on them like they were the right decision, even though the consequences for them are obvious. Like, how can he look at the NFC Championship and see two coaches that were on his team in the last 2 years, a handful of players that were on his team in the last year, all in the NFC Championship? Some of them are guaranteed to go to the Super Bowl. Which ones we don't know yet because the game ain't been played. But how can he sit there and watch that game with knowing his team is at home, but those people he had in his building and he let them go? How can he sit there and see that and then not want to make changes? Not want to try to correct the problem? No, he's digging his heels in and making this even bigger. He's making it a bigger problem. It's absolutely crazy that this man can't see the problems that he's creating in the organization and can't see how it's running this organization into the ground. He's not making it better. Now, again, do I think Brian Schottenheimer can be a good coach? Yes, the possibility is there. He can be a good coach. But what the problem is he's not a difference maker. He's not going to make a difference on Sunday. It's going to be all up to the players. And if the players can't get it done, he'll get the blame. The players should get the blame too. But we need a coach to go along with the good players. Having a bad coach and good players isn't conducive of winning championship. You need to have a good coach and good players, and they all need to work together. What up, Elizabeth? What's good, Greg? What's good? Greg and Craig, what's good? What's good with y'all? Really, you have a mod that's I got mods from different teams, brother. I don't make them moderators based on what team they're a fan of. We watch more than just Cowboys over here. I'm a huge diehard Cowboy fan. I'm gonna forever bleed blue and silver. Reach, what it do, brother? What it do? Martin, what it do? But man, Sanders hasn't meant there hasn't those talks about Sanders have quieted down. They're I wouldn't say that they're 100% over, but they're probably 95% over. Like, he's pretty much kind of in the committing to Colorado shape at this point. I mean, the Cowboys will probably have a better season. I don't think either of them go far in the playoffs. I don't think either the Cowboys or the Raiders are going to be like Super Bowl contenders next year. He got going quick to me. What up, Waylon? What's good with you, brother? What's good? But man, it's just absolutely asinine how they move and how they are running this. Like, we heard the other day that Pete Carroll was a candidate. Pete Carroll called the Cowboys, had an interview over the phone. And then the next day, we hear, I mean, I don't really want Pete Carroll as my head coach of the Cowboys anyways. But when we hear that he's going to the Raiders, we hear Kellen Moore's getting another interview down in New Orleans. We heard that Kellen Moore also allegedly turned down the job for the Cowboys. So that whether that's true or false, I don't know. The source ain't 100% credible, but the rumor is there. Um, and then you have Robert Saleh that's getting coaching offers in other places. I think that he's going back to the 49ers to be the highest paid defensive coordinator. What up, Commanders fan? What up, Yanni? What's good with y'all? Rather talk to a Giants fan or a Commanders fan than an Eagles fan. Hey, I talk to all fans, Jedi. Over here we like to do tailgates. So if you wanna do tailgates. I watch more than just Cowboy games. So I like communicating with football fans, period. Whatever team they're on, that don't matter. Because I like to talk to the fans, especially when we're playing against the team. I'd like to have fans of that team in the building so that we could talk crap during the game and have a good time. What up, Zachary? What's good? JJ, what's good? Martin, what's good? Jeff, what's good? Yeah, I know you're a Redskin, Wicked. You must be telling someone else. What's my opinion on Dak? Is he a regular season merchant and isn't good in the playoffs and is injured every other year? Injury prone is starting to become a real conversation with him. That is becoming a real conversation. I think Dak Prescott is a good quarterback that has great moments and has some bad moments. He has way more great moments than he does bad moments. And I also still believe he's probably top 12 statistically. Um, you can argue that point all you want. I don't think it's going to get you nowhere because his stats are his stats. They're putting him top 12. Like whether you like it or not, some people will argue top 12. I mean top 10. Whether you have him at 10 or 12, to me it's all the same. I don't really care. But to me, Dak is at his best when he has a running game with a running back. When the running back is running the ball and the offensive line is doing good, I think Dak Prescott thrives in that. When the team puts all the pressure on Dak and then also doesn't have a good O line, I don't think he thrives in that. At least not in the systems he's been in. Can we see another quarterback come in here and help Dak Prescott take another step? Yes, that could happen. Will it happen? We don't know. How long did it take Matt Stafford to get a Super Bowl? It took Sean McVay until Matt Stafford got a Super Bowl. So I mean, how long did it take Steve Young to get a Super Bowl, to get that monkey off his back? How long did that take? I mean, so we can sit here and pick apart what quarterbacks have done, but there's quarterbacks that are in the NFL that still haven't even done what Dak has done. Now, there's quarterbacks in the NFL that he hasn't done what they have done. So, I mean, you can put the blame and point the finger at whoever, but at the end of the day, the Cowboys team, it's a team sport. Football is a team sport. It's going to take all 11 men on each side of that ball doing their job to have a successful season and get us where we need to go. I would love to have Aaron Donald. I don't think he would unretire to become a Cowboy. My next closest bet would be Mason Graham coming out the draft, but we would have to move up. I feel like Mason Graham will be gone way before the Cowboys can pick. Yeah, he got one as a backup with Joe Montana. He was, but there was a reason why Steve Young had the season he had to get the monkey off his back. What was it? 90? Was it the 94 season? It might have been the 94 season. I can't remember which year it was. But there was a year that he couldn't get the monkey, and he had to do it himself for people to acknowledge him. Nick Foles has a championship too. So you're going to say Nick Foles is better than Dak Prescott? I mean, we can go down the list of bad quarterbacks that have won a Super Bowl. There's many of bad quarterbacks that have won a Super Bowl because it's a team sport. It's not about just one player. All people on the team have to do their job for it to work. And I agree with you, Jeff. I just hope that they ain't. I hope they don't sign. I would much rather have Kellen Moore, which reportedly he turned the job down. I don't know if that's factual or not, but it's reported. Trent Dilfer, exactly, Queenan, exactly. There's a few of them. I would probably put him over Joe Flacco. I think Dak's problem is, I think where Dak struggles, I think Dak struggles when our team doesn't start off running the ball and getting ahead in the game. I think he's more of a front running quarterback. I think when we get 14 points down, his internal clock starts to tick a little faster, and he's trying to make better plays. He's trying to make bigger plays, and I think he makes bad decisions in those moments because normally he's not a quarterback that normally turns the ball over. He's had two bad seasons with that. What are you doing? They rip.
Yeah, but not this one. Just that one.
All right.
So you can.
But yeah, man, it's absolutely crazy. Bills will lose Sunday like always. Maybe. I see you're a Chiefs fan, or are you a San Fran fan? I think that's San Fran. Barry Reed, are you a San Fran fan? Is that what that symbol is? What up, Bills? I see you, brother. I mean, my pick for the Super Bowl was Lions and Bills, so I'm already half wrong. So I'm hoping the Bills go just to get me at least half right. Yes, but make sure you close the garage. Push the button here. Because you always leave the back door open. It's already opening. But yeah, I mean, yes, so you're a 49er fan. I got you. Well, welcome in, brother. Welcome in. But yeah, I mean, all right, so being reported by Jordan Schultz right now. Hold on, let me. Schottenheimer as HC isn't Jerry's idea. Trust Cowboys to make the right decision. All right, so what we're hearing is the Brian Schottenheimer is being pushed by Stephen Jones. It's being pushed by Jerry Jones Jr. And then you've got players, Cowboy players that are coming out and standing for Schottenheimer. I think Dak Prescott is actually one of them that is coming in and speaking like, hey, you can go ahead and make him the coach. I think Jerry Jones wants to actually hire somebody different, but he's having conflict with his sons. Casey will win. Maybe, maybe. What up, Landon? What up, Jesus? What's good with you? Jazz Wander, what's good with you? Welcome, welcome. Smash those likes as you come in. But yeah, man, it's just absolutely bonkers the way that they are running this organization. They are so far behind the ball as far as coaching goes. Like, once we were out of the playoffs, like once which was like week 15 or 16, I think it was week 16. Once we were ruled out of the playoffs, at that point they should have just let go of Mike McCarthy right then. Have an interim head coach come in. At that point, let Brian Schottenheimer be the interim head coach, or let Mike Zimmer be the interim head coach for the last two games. Get your coaching candidates ready and start interviewing coaches then. Why wait until the contract, January 13th or 14th, for Mike McCarthy's contract to actually run out before you go and look for another coach? I remember Jason Garrett didn't make it out the building when Mike McCarthy came along. They were interviewing Mike McCarthy, and Jason Garrett was still sitting in his office. So why did they give Mike McCarthy the grace of letting him get out the door before they look for someone else? Because supposedly they wanted interviews with Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, but they waited too long to do it. So it's just absolutely baffling to me. Liam, that's my vote as well. Yeah, Dak's injuries are starting to become a problem, Landon. I will agree with that. Um, I'm not going to take nothing out of that. He is about to be a complete pocket passer. You'll be very lucky to get any scrambles out of him at this point. Imagine Daniels wins Heisman 2024 at Super Bowl 2025. Dude, you are absolutely right. It would be crazy. It would be great for the NFL too, Queenan. It'd be great for the NFL. Like, those records would be probably held for a long time. It ain't never been done. So for that, something like that to happen, it would be absolutely crazy. And I'm sure it would blow up and DC would be on fire over there. What up, Phil? What up, Fifi? What's good? What's good? Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, I'm always oiling up. Right there with you, oiled up for Jesus. Just because you like oil don't mean I do, Diddy. No, Diddy. Dak is struggling with injuries. KC will win. If the Bills lose to KC, this will be the fourth time in a row. Surely no team. Hey, you know how the Bills are with 4 in a row, though. You know how the Bills are with those 4 games in a row. So, hey, maybe that happens. I hope it don't for the sake of the Bills. No, yeah, Jesus. Hey, right now, Washington's got a team that is on fire. Like, they're a ball of energy rolling through the playoffs right now. I think they're going to be really hard to stop because they're playing with house money. And then not only that, they have nothing to lose. They aren't supposed to be where they are, but they're there, and they earned it. So for them to be there and nobody wanted them there, nobody predicted them to be there, but they are. Yeah, hairline probably is. I'm coming close to 40, brother. Shout outs to you for pointing out that my hair is retreating. Thank you. At least I'm still got a head full of hair. And this is kind of where my hair has always been. But it is thinning, but it's not retreating. You can go look at my old pictures. Making it to 4 straight is impressive. Is it though? Is it though, Queenan? If you make it to 4 straight, that's only impressive if you eventually win one. Making it is only part of the problem. Winning it is the part that they need to. But yeah, man, I still congratulate them because it is still hard to do. But how do you lose 4 Super Bowls in a row is absolutely crazy. I appreciate you, Jesus. Appreciate you. Remember to smash that like and pound that subscribe. Appreciate you, Wicked. It's just unheard of. Absolutely, absolutely, Queenan. Um, and it's crazy because like I just don't get it. Here, I'm gonna actually play a clip. It looks like Liam Cohen accepts the job as the head coach for Jacksonville. All right, so I'm gonna play a clip on Speak about the Cowboys. What up, Noah Miller? What's good? What's good? Silas Stret, what's good? What's good? Messi, what's good? As a Lion fan, I can definitely, undoubtedly say that it's not that bad what happened to us. Sucks, but we got a lot right. Yeah, man, y'all gonna be all right over there in Detroit. Y'all gonna be all right. All right, so I want to play a clip of Speak. See if I can get this to the right spot. Let me take my Bluetooth out for a second. What up, Jeffy? You got blocked from YouTube yesterday? No, I haven't seen it. You talking about your comments in this stream? What up, Tariq? What's good with you? If you decide, declare with your mouth, Jesus, Lord, and you believe in your heart that God raised him. Man, I'm already saved, brother, but we don't talk about religion in here, brother. This is about sports. Shout outs to you though, Tariq. But yeah, we don't have religious or political talks in this channel. This is a channel built for sports. 1990 versus 2024. Yeah, it's crazy. And I remember 2 of those Super Bowls were right there. Those are 2 Super Bowls that the Bills lost. This region, if you take the Bears to the promised land, and they believe he will. Dallas Cowboys. All right, so now we're coming up to the clip that I want to show. I got to get this game off my TV. All right, get that Fortnite down. Wait, goes outside to play and doesn't turn the TV off. All right, so I'm going to show a clip. I don't know how much of it I can show, but. Not only are they going to settle probably for a second to third tier coach. What up, Chase? What up, Jesus? The best coordinators and assistants. Where are they? Colin, if you're a really good established coordinator, 1 second. You work for Schottenheimer again? What? I mean, I'm not. This is not. All right, hold on one second, guys. Let me get my 3-year-old situated so we stop hearing him in the background. Yes, I know you want to move the chair over next to me. That's fine, Bubba. All right. All right, now your chair is over here. Come on. You got your book and your tablet? All right. Your pants? We're going to have to change your butt here soon once I get off of here. Yeah. What up, Cannon? What's good with you? I know. That was crazy, Messi. That was completely crazy, bro. But yeah, man, we're going to what happened with Chase? Your dad is sick, man. Thoughts and prayers go out to you, your dad, and your family over there, Chase. Sorry, I missed that. But all right. So now I'm gonna start this clip over. Go back about 10 seconds.
But everybody's gobbling up the best coordinators and assistants. Where are they at? Colin, if you're a really good established coordinator, do you want to go work for Brian Schottenheimer in Dallas? Why? Why? I mean, this is not disrespectful to Brian Schottenheimer. It's the reality. He's 51 years old. He's failed multiple places as an offensive coordinator, including Seattle.
All right, so he's failed multiple places. You're talking Jets, Rams, when they were in St. Louis, Seattle. Now, Russell Wilson did have his best career with Brian Schottenheimer as his OC, but that's not the point. He was out of the league in 2020. Nobody wanted him. Mike McCarthy threw him a bone because who hired Mike McCarthy for his first NFL job? No other than Brian's dad, Marty Schottenheimer. So he kind of threw him a bone as a favor. Nepotism at its best. Threw him a bone and brought him in and had him as our DC, or our OC, but never let him do anything. They had him studying tape of other teams to help our offense, and it didn't. He didn't get to do anything. He was more beneficial, honestly, to our defensive players than he was our offensive players because Mike McCarthy wouldn't let him install anything. Brian Schottenheimer has gone on record saying that he wanted to steal some of the offensive techniques and things that other teams were doing. It's a copycat league. That's what we do. Mike McCarthy was so stuck in his ways that I guess he wanted to go out on his own because he only wanted to do what he wanted to do, and he didn't take anything in as consideration for trying to help the team get to wins. So I do think that Brian Schottenheimer would be a better coach for helping Dak with running the ball because I think Dak needs a good run game. I think he needs a good O-line. Without those two things, Dak's going to struggle. They need to stop putting all the pressure on Dak Prescott, have a good run game, and open up for the passing lane. But Mike McCarthy's offense was just so old, outdated, and stale that it got to be predictable, which was the same thing we complained about with the Clapper, Big Red, Jason Garrett. But here, we're going to go back into this.
And now he appears to be in the lead in Dallas. Now, I'm not willing to say quite yet that he has the job. I know they really do like Kellen Moore. And Kellen Moore, obviously, they wouldn't be able to hire until Philly's out. But if Brian Schottenheimer is the guy, he is viewed around the league. I'll tell you this quite totally honestly. He is viewed around the league as someone that will acquiesce to Jerry Jones. Now, Mike McCarthy,
really?
I believe,
could have never guessed.
Wanted to stay.
Horace, you're probably looking at him.
Jerry,
what up, Pack fan Iowa?
Did not.
Riley, what's good? Murphy, what's good?
Reach out to potential new coaches, Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, reaching out to the Lions. He did not do that.
You already asked that question, Murphy. I've already answered it.
Not only does he not get a top-tier head coach, but he has no plan of how to operate moving forward. The Cowboys have no plan. And this is what happens when you just wing it. And Jerry Jones, who's in his 80s, is operating right now as a lone wolf. A lot of times.
And the Saints are reportedly about to have Kellen Moore in for his second interview. It's just asinine how they are running the team. It's completely backwards. All the other teams that knew they needed a head coach, they went out and got the guy that they wanted. So if they're going to hire Brian Schottenheimer, we know what that is. We know he's coming in to be a placeholder so that in a couple years when Jason Witten's ready, because they know Brian Schottenheimer ain't going to say no to letting Jason Witten be on the coaching staff to learn under him and then eventually take his job in a couple of years. So if that's the plan with Brian Schottenheimer, why not just keep Brian Schottenheimer as the OC and hire Jason Witten as the head coach? If we have a couple struggling seasons in the beginning because of it, that's part of the decision that you made. You gotta sleep in the bed that you made. Packers fan for 40 years. He does the same shit. Run, pass. Exactly. McCarthy is garbage. His play calling is stale. What were the Green Bay Packers complaining about when they let go of McCarthy? That he was lazy with the play calling. That he was horrible in time management. Same thing the Cowboys were yelling about. The same thing. Do you think Ben Johnson backstabbed Detroit by instantly picking the Bears? I think that was predetermined. I think that was something that was all. I think they already knew that. So in that case, could you say that Ben Johnson sold in the playoffs? Maybe. You can't take those picks away from Jared Goff, though. Those were horrible. Those were just horrible. Where is it? You have to go get it because I wasn't here for it earlier. So you got to go get it so that I can fill it. Or I don't know where it is. Well, go get it. Hello from the 5-0 division rival fan. What up? Oh, yeah. But, man, it's just absolutely bonkers for us to have to continuously go through this. And, like, what it shows that Jerry Jones really doesn't care about anything other than the money side of the business. The football, the winning games, the having fans be happy and ecstatic that their team is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Like, in my mind, he needs to just go either hire Jason Witten, go out there and just bite the bullet and spend the money because it's going to cost $10 million to buy out a contract for Colorado, and then you're going to spend probably $10 million on the contract. So it's probably going to cost $20 million to get Dion. But if that's who you want, go get him. Go get the damn man. Or if you want Kellen Moore, go get him. We need to stop. I know Kellen Moore, we got to wait till the Eagles are either out the playoffs or the championship's done. What up, Wyatt? What it do? Please don't repeat yourself over and over. Hey, I understand. I understand that, brother. I understand that, Messi. But, man, it's just crazy. I get that a lot of the players on the Cowboys love Brian Schottenheimer. I understand that. I understand that he was very beneficial in helping the defensive players out. But, I mean, Mike Zimmer has already said if Ben Johnson gets the job, he doesn't want to be the DC for the Cowboys. He hasn't said that he wouldn't be the DC otherwise for the Cowboys, but he doesn't want. This will be like the second or third time Mike McCarthy has been on the Cowboys roster and been looked over for the head coaching job, and he's getting upset with it. What up, Lit? Hey, maybe, brother. I ain't gonna argue against it. And to me, it's 50-50. But it's just crazy. Wyatt and Sophia, what it do? Welcome. But man, I just think it's absolutely bonkers that what the Cowboys do, and it's literally just to stay in the headlines. It's literally to just stay in the headlines.
He's incorporated Steven. It's my understanding that Jerry Jones right now is driving this entire thing. So if it's Brian Schottenheimer, it'll be because Jerry wants Brian Schottenheimer, and that's not a very good thing.
But we already know that's a lie because coming out of the building in the Ford Center where the Cowboys are, it's already being reported that Jerry Jones doesn't want Brian Schottenheimer. He likes Brian Schottenheimer, but the people behind pushing the Brian Schottenheimer coaching candidacy is Stephen Jones and some of the players. Jerry Jones wants Dion. Jerry Jones really wants Jason Witten. Carnage, you a fool, bro. But man, it's just absolutely bonkers to me. And I had to hop on here and have this conversation because it's been going over in my head every day. And I just keep hearing little bits and pieces of almost the same information being regurgitated over and over again. Cowboys aren't going to go after somebody that's going to bring in and change the culture because Jerry has the culture the way he wants it. I think that's why Dion's not coming in. As intriguing as they said it was to both sides, I think the reason why is because Jerry Jones knows that Dion's going to run it his way. And Jerry Jones doesn't want that. He's not going to hire a coach that's going to come in here and try to change the philosophy of the Cowboys. Because then Jerry Jones doesn't feel like he's the reason why they won. But it's crazy because at the end of the day, if you're the owner of the Cowboys and they do happen to win a championship, whether you meddled or not, you still get credit. You're still the owner of the Cowboys. So if they were to win, you would still get the recognition and the credit. Like, it's just absolutely crazy to me. I definitely don't want Rivera. As a man that lives in North Carolina, I've seen plenty of Ron Rivera. Not interested. Not even in the slightest. Maybe as a DC, but not as a head coach. I would bring Ron Rivera in possibly as a DC. I mean, I'm not fighting a battle. There ain't no battle I'm fighting, Philly. One thing I'm worried about with the Lions, I don't want them. You're right, Messi. You don't want to be the Cowboys. You don't want to be the Cowboys. Because it's absolutely crazy. But I don't know what it's going to take. I know that the Cowboys are probably going to stay in mediocrity. The team I love and many other people love and fight for and spend all their money on is not going to do anything to try to help the fan base because there's no way that they can sell Brian Schottenheimer to the fan base. The fans that actually know the game, that's not a selling point. That's not Brian Schottenheimer ain't gonna put seats and butts in seats. That's for sure. What up, Miss Pittsburgh? What it do? What it do? He's definitely not gonna be able to put butts in seats. Definitely not gonna be able to fill stadiums, and he's not gonna be a difference maker on Sundays. What difference is Brian Schottenheimer going to? You might as well just hire Jason Witten. If that's what the plan is in the end, is to bring Schottenheimer in for a couple of years and then let Jason Witten success him, then just hire Jason Witten. At this point, like, what do we have to lose? Like, what do they have to lose? What up, D1? What it do? What it do? But yeah, man, I'm going to be hopping off here in I'll probably give it another 10 minutes. Probably hop off here at about 6 o'clock my time, Eastern time. That means I will have been live for about an hour. But man, it's just absolutely crazy. What up, Philip? What it do? What it do? Is Dion too? It ain't that he's too committed. He's interested. He already said that if Jerry Jones offered him the job, he would take it. But what it's going to take to bring Dion here? All right. So first off, you have to pay $10 million as a buyout fee to Colorado. And then, Dion, he's going to want probably at least $10 million to be the head coach. So you're paying $20 million to a head coach when the Cowboys don't like to even give $5 million to the head coach. You go look up where Mike McCarthy was paid, you would probably think that he was one of the top paid coaches in the league. Being on the Cowboys and going to three playoffs, 12-win seasons back to back. You would think that he would probably be one of the top paid quarterbacks. But in fact, you would be wrong. Mike McCarthy was literally like the third or fourth lowest paid coach in the NFL. And you have a coach like Sean Payton, who has about the same record, playoff, Super Bowl, everything, as Mike McCarthy, and was making like $16, $18 million a year. It's absolutely asinine. So, I mean, what? What? Well, I told you, give me the bottle and I'll fill it. So, I mean, yeah, Dion has been reported to say that he would come to the Cowboys. And there's a lot of people like Mike Irvin, who's pushing for that narrative. What? Oh, the book? You're messing up the pages. You're messing up your pop-outs. What up, Saints? What's good, Jerry's got to go. He ruins y'all's season every time. Oh, he doesn't pay coach. He don't do one. No, yeah. The problem with what he pays the players is Jerry Jones, when it comes to paying the players, he waits way too long. And then he ends up overpaying the players. That's why Dak Prescott makes what he makes. Because instead of paying him early and when you're supposed to pay him, he waits. And then he's stuck in a bind and ends up having to pay the top dollar because the player ends up with all the leverage. I hate that Sean Payton left the Saints. At least he is with a better team. Hey, I hear you. How do you feel about Kellen Moore getting a second interview over there at the Saints, Mr. Superior? We appreciate everybody sharing your thoughts and comments. Exactly. Appreciate you, Wicked. He did. He did. He was he had to sit out for a year, and a few players had to as well. You're talking about the bounty gate. You're talking about when he was putting bounties out on players trying to injure older star players. Welcome back, Owen. Yeah, he definitely did that. They were trying to take out like Brett Favre, Peyton Manning. They were trying to take out the star quarterbacks on other teams. They were putting hits out and paying bonuses for injuring players. And then Peyton was suspended for a year. He had to sit out. And a couple of players, I think Jonathan Vilma had to sit out. There was someone else as well. I agree. I think he could be. I think Sean Payton is a good coach. I don't think that he's a great coach. I think that he is a good coach. Um, but yeah, he's definitely got his problems. He's definitely got some issues. And I don't really agree with how he treated Russell Wilson over there either. I think he treated Russell Wilson very poorly. Warriors win. I hear you. I hear you, Sammy. That's what's up, brother. That's what's up. Hey, man, what I appreciate everybody that's typing in with us over here today. Y'all are all amazing. Like I've always said, I couldn't ask for a better community here. What up, Captain Murph? What it do? What it do? I couldn't ask for a better community over here. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. I got much love and gratification for all of you. I couldn't do it without y'all. Y'all are amazing. I pop on, y'all show up. I couldn't ask for much better. Y'all are just an amazing group of people in this community that I just a round of applause for y'all guys because y'all are what are helping us. And hey, we will be getting there should be some more perks coming to the channel here soon. But yeah, man, much love to everybody in here. We're gonna be heading out. I'll be back live at 8 o'clock for WWE. I believe that stream is already up and scheduled. So yep, it should already be up posted. It should already be posted, Messi. Bulls lost to the Warriors. Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. I appreciate you, Captain. Y'all are the best. I'm just a man talking to a camera. Without y'all, this don't work. Without y'all liking, commenting, subscribing, and being a part of this every time I come on, man, I couldn't do it without y'all. I got so much love for everybody in here. Make sure y'all hit the like, comment, subscribe button. We'll be back live at 8 o'clock here tonight. So just stay tapped in with us. Stay tapped in with us, and catch you on the flip side. Y'all have a great day. Is Deion Sanders your coach? I wish, Kellen. I wish. But no, not at the moment. We don't have a coach. Shroom, what it do? I'll be back at 8. I know that'll be late for you, Shroom. But hey, I'll be back at 8 for sure, for sure. I don't know if you're going to watch wrestling with us or not, Shroom. What up, Chills? Not much, brother. Not much. Just chilling. Just chilling. Um, I think we're going to end up with either Brian Schottenheimer, Kellen Moore, or Jerry Jones as the head coach of the Cowboys. Like, that's about our options at this point. That's what happens when they wait so long to go and try to become a name that's in the media instead of worrying about getting the coach that they need. They wait too long to do things, and now we're sitting here with an empty head coach seat and almost nobody to fill it. So I'm just waiting for the news to be breaking that Jerry Jones is the new head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. That news, I would not miss it. I appreciate that, Ryder. Well, we're going to be back live at 8 o'clock. So make sure y'all tap in with us. Much love to all y'all. And don't forget, man, make every day great on purpose. Treat everybody right because you never know what anybody's going through.